Welcome to your 30s. You're going to love it. Welcome, everybody, to Life at 30. Today, we are talking about owning and running a business in your 30s. I would like to welcome a friend of mine, an amazing photographer, and a business owner, Rocky. What is up, bro?
Woo! I'm doing good. How you doing?
Applause, please.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I want to know, how did you initially get into photography?
A friend of mine was trying to sell me a camera. Like, it's like you wanna buy my camera? It's brand new, and I'm like, what I'm gonna do with your camera? I was like, no, I'm okay. The next day, I was getting my hair cut, and I just so randomly see her there, and she was like, look at my camera. Do you want to buy it? I just started like looking at it just for the just to look at it. And I was like, you know what? Why not? Just why not?
Yeah.
Just I bought it, not knowing anything about cameras. And since then, I started playing with the camera, just, seeing what I could do with it. And one day, just randomly one day, I had a client ask me, how much would you charge? And once that client asked me, can you shoot this? And I was just like, okay, well, I didn't know how to charge back then.
Yeah.
So I was just like, $50.
Let's do it. 50 bucks.
Let's do it.
She's like, that's super cheap. You're
Oh,
hired.
Man, what? And then ever since then, I was like, well, if I can make some extra money, I guess doing this, why not? We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything really just happened as kind of, to me, it was somewhat of a joke. I just wanted to test the waters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this story, and I'm going to tell you why. So this isn't really like a hobby that you personally wanted to get into. It wasn't like your long life dream where you wanted to be a photographer and you were like, one day I'm going to do this. And then you saw the value in it. And then you so basically you just kind of like jumped into it, started your business from like nothing, right?
Correct.
You saw value in it. And then that's whenever you actually started putting the effort into it.
Correct.
I love that.
It was weird because I didn't know anything about photography. Like I said, I don't know the auto, I don't know the manual, I don't know anything. So I was, once I got my first client, and in my mind, I was thinking money, extra money.
Yeah.
That's how it kind of like made me really just go into it. But as I saw the beauty in photography, that's what made me like stop thinking too much about money. And it became slowly as a habit. And like, I just loved it.
It became a passion.
Yes.
It's one of those things where like you kind of stumble into something that it later on becomes a passion. Correct. Right?
Yes.
And then most importantly, you saw the opportunity and then you turned it into a business.
Yes. Correct.
Okay, so that's amazing. I can say not everybody can do that. How long now have you been doing this?
So it's funny that me and my business partner, Chad, the one that owns Clearshutter with me, we literally just got off the phone yesterday and talked about this. And I've been doing photography, I believe, a good 8 to 9 years.
Okay.
But we formed Clearshutter literally April 25th, 2016.
Okay. So about 6 years now.
Yes. Yes. And we like literally set up there, and I was an independent photographer. He was working at the time with someone. And even though I met him, I was shadowing him and just saying, I want to learn. I need a mentor.
Right.
And when he became my mentor, I saw his personality as him being the male version of me.
Okay.
We're goofy, like we're so goofy, and we just fit. So one day when he finally broke out of that partner with the guy that he was working with, he reached out to me and said, "What do you think about my proposition? Like, do you think that you want to be business partners?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "For what?" And I was like, "I'm already with you all the time." And
Right.
then with that, we sat down for quite some time and talked about it. I was like, "Okay, you just can't be business partner with just anybody,
Right.
especially someone that's close to you." So when we did, we talked, there was a lot of talking, and we formed the company called Clearshutter. Not Clearshutter Photography, not Clearshutter Photos, it's Clearshutter.
That's
So,
awesome. And I mean, so you went, talk to us about the actual process of setting up the business. So you went from him being your mentor, right?
yes.
To you essentially mirroring him and going to the photo shoots that he was doing. So how did you guys actually like transition? You say you guys did a lot of talking. What did that process look like once that you decided that you wanted to, you know, become partners and create the company?
There was a lot of brainstorming. There was a lot of meetings. There were people that he knew. There were people that I knew. And mind you, me and him didn't know anything about creating your own business.
Right,
You know,
right,
we all we knew is camera, go to the place, shoot.
right,
That's it.
right.
So we didn't know anything about contract. Well, I didn't. I didn't know how to form all of that. And there was really a lot of meetings, a lot of sit downs, late night phone calls, late night everything. And it took someone that we both knew to say, okay, this is where you're gonna start.
Right,
There's this thing called the LLC.
right,
It's pretty much like an insurance,
right.
like a liability thing. So it's like, oh, you need this, oh, you need that. And I'm just like, okay, what?
Yeah,
So, and then it got to the point where it was almost overwhelming. And I was like, I don't know if I want to,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know, I almost like said, you know what, I think I'm out.
yeah,
And I had to do a lot of thinking on my own and say, you know what, don't you quit a lot of things throughout your life.
right,
Do you want to do that? Do you want to quit this?
right.
And I said, you know what, let's try it again. And so I tried to understand the business part of everything. And as we talked about it, it was real, to be honest with you, it was really hard to come up with the name. It was
Okay.
hard because knowing that this was going to be your business, this was going to be you. It's like,
Right.
okay,
This is how people
like
are going to know you.
exactly.
Right.
So creating Clear Shutter kind of took a minute. So while we're over here trying to get the LLC, get this, get that, it's like, how can we get all of this legal stuff if we don't have a name?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so we're like, okay, let's go back to
Step one,
let's step
back to the
one.
drawing board. Yeah.
Man. So one of our friends said, you know what? We just kept drawing and drawing like the board, and we're just like, what about Clear Shutter? Like the lens on your camera is
Yeah.
clear, and what does it do? It shutters.
Like the most like simple thing that like you didn't
Yes.
like think. I bet you were trying to think of like something amazing, right? Like this name has to like pop, like, and you're trying to like think outside the box when it basically could have, it was like something so simple, right?
Exactly. We're
Yeah.
like CNR photography, art, Rocky and Chat. Oh man, we was all over the place. But when we came up with Clear Shutter, it was like, okay, we didn't really want people to know that, oh, Clear Shutter is Chad.
Right.
Clear Shutter is Rocky.
Right.
So it was like Clear Shutter, but you're gonna get who you get because we are one,
Yeah.
and that's what I loved about when we decided to put Clear Shutter out there.
That's awesome. I really
Yeah.
like that. I like that story. So tell me, now that you have been in business for 6 years, how have you grown the company? Has it been a lot of word to mouth, referrals, social media? Probably a combination of all of those, right?
Definitely a combination. A lot of word of mouth for sure. It's been, to be honest with you, it's been a blessing because me and Chad said the same thing yesterday. We were just like, we knew we wanted to create this business, but we kind of like looked at it as like, it's not going to go anywhere. It's
Right,
really not.
right,
We're like, really? Like, no, we don't even know really what we're doing. And 6 years later is like, wow, we may not be like, when you Google Clearshutter, it may not pop up as number one, as Houston photographer or anything. But if you say Clearshutter, a lot of these people will know, like, oh yeah, they shot this, they shot my mom's wedding, they shot this and that. And it definitely grown a lot over the six years. Like from the first year having 2 weddings
right.
to like 6 years later, I have like maybe 300 weddings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's amazing. I
yes.
mean,
Yeah.
I don't know Chad, right? I haven't had the pleasure of meeting him, but I have seen your work. And you took a picture. Look, first of all, let's talk about this, okay? You were at a wedding, my wife and I's wedding, as a guest, okay? And you took a picture that it is now my screenshot on my phone. This picture is amazing. You took it with like your phone camera. It was just like a quick picture. And I just feel like you have the eye,
Yeah.
to capture those like really amazing moments. And you don't even have to be like the photographer taking a photography, you just like, hey, let's take a quick like photo with my phone. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Amazing, basically.
I'm not sorry, but kind of sorry because I didn't see the photographer. I'm like, why is he not taking this amazing picture of the bride with this
Yeah,
amazing background? So I was just
yeah.
like, let me do it real quick. And
uh,
then yeah.
I love that you did that because honestly, one of my favorite pictures of the entire
Yeah.
wedding, I have
Well,
to say.
I'm
And
happy to hear.
I've seen some of your other work. We went to a wedding together where you were the photography. I saw those pictures. So I've seen a lot of your work. And I mean, I'm always just so impressed by essentially just how you capture those moments.
Thank you. Good.
So let's talk about some of the challenges of actually, like, you talked about a little bit about the challenges forming the company. Now that you are actually running your own business, talk to me about those challenges. Whenever I was thinking about questions for this episode, I was thinking maybe you work. I know that sometimes you work a lot of hours. You work like the weekends, right? So there's got to be some other challenges that you continue to have. Can you talk to us about some of those challenges?
The challenges that I can think about is you sit there and think your number one supporters will be the people that's close to you,
Yeah.
the people that loves you, and you deeply know, like deep down to your core, they will support you,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know. And yeah, they made me say, oh wow, no, it's the total opposite. I get way more support and business from strangers I have never met and continuously to keep coming back to me.
Yeah.
And the people that you would think that would support you does not want to pay for the price that you have,
Right.
and automatically sets can I get a discount?
Right. Right.
Kind of thing. But once you don't give them that, next thing you know, you see that they go to another photographer, but doesn't have a problem paying their full price.
Right. I see. Okay.
So
I see what you're saying.
those are one of the most hurtful struggles that I've because I have either, not trying to say that I've lost, it's just like I have a business to run,
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't respect that, then I'm not mad at you. I'm not nothing. It's just like, hi and bye,
Mm-hmm.
and call it a day, and let me focus on the ones that respect and love my art,
Right.
kind of thing.
So you would
So
say like those, so that would be like the challenge of people not recognizing the value that you can bring to whatever it is that they want to have you shoot.
that's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, there has been different ones, but not like the way I feel about that. That
Mm-hmm.
one is like the most deepest feeling that I have with having my own business.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I can understand that. I mean, yeah, I can understand that. That would be like a really like challenging thing to know that your worth, your art is probably even worth even more than the price
Yeah.
that you're setting, right?
Right.
And the fact that like someone is not seeing it, and on top of it, they're wanting a discount.
Yes.
I get it.
And tries to tell their friends, oh, she can give you this, she can give you that. Like, no, I can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about some of like the services that you offer, the events that you do. I know that, I mean, for sure you do weddings. What other events do you shoot, and what other services do you offer? Is it just photography, or does Clearshutter also do like videography?
Yes. We just definitely decided this year that we are fully like videography as
Okay.
well. And we had added the luxury of a 360 booth.
Mhm.
We have added that. So
Nice.
if people already have their own videography and photographer, like we do have our own 360 booth. So that has been rented a lot. And the crazy thing is we have not even posted it saying that, oh, hey, we're doing a 360 booth now or whatever. No, it's like constant word of mouth, and they're now it's being rented like pretty much every weekend. So
So
whether
just let's just talk about like, for people that don't know what a 360 booth is, it's essentially a platform, to my understanding,
yes,
and you stand like, the people would stand like in the middle, and then
correct,
you have this kind of like arm, right,
hmm
that does like a 360.
correct,
Okay.
and then it will go like slow mo and doing all that kind of stuff where you look kind of cool.
Yeah, I've done one of those and it does look cool.
Yeah, it does look cool. Like the video is pretty dope. Like, so I play with it myself.
Yeah.
I love being like, hey, Chad, just let me be the test dummy.
Yeah.
So I have plenty of videos on my phone of me.
I bet you do.
So,
I've seen some of those videos. You have shared some of those videos with me.
oh, have I? No, it's really cool to see how people, you know, love. And then we have like the gun with the money. We have props and everything. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I love seeing these people all happy. They're really happy over
That's
something
awesome.
so little.
You know what? I'm glad that you mentioned that, because you're essentially like trying to, 6 years into your business, you're trying to like bring something new to,
Hmm.
bring new services. So it's
Hmm.
not, you started doing videography and now you're doing the 360 booth and you're doing the props. So I like the fact that you guys continue to grow the business.
Yes, yes. We definitely try to, even though we're over here like brainstorming, like what can we do that's different from, mind you, there's a lot of photographers, videographers out here in
Yeah.
Houston alone. So it's like, how can we be different from
Right.
all of these photographers? But at the same time, as we're asking ourselves that, is like we also have to like keep up with the trend that's going on as well. What
Right.
people are wanting, people, oh, people all of a sudden asking for this 360 booth, and then we didn't have it at the time. So
Yeah.
we were like, you know what? As much as we don't want to, monkey see, monkey do,
Yeah.
like right now, this is what's hot.
Yeah.
And that's,
Yeah.
we did what we had to do to continue to make our business be up there.
And I think that's honestly, that's fair. I
Yeah.
mean, you're trying to grow the business, you're trying to offer what people are wanting,
Yes.
and even though you're trying to be different from the competition, it is
Hmm.
important to have a variety of services that you can offer your clients. So then that
Correct.
way they can see the value in your personal art, but then also they can turn around and say, you know what? I can see the value in her art, but at the same
Hmm.
time, they also have like all these other services,
Correct.
So it's just
Yes.
like, it just adds on to everything.
Yes. Yes. Correct. You
Awesome.
hit the nail on that.
Well, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me about running a business, being a business owner in your 30s. But thank you for taking the time to talk to me about your business. I really appreciate it. And if you want to use Rocky's services, please look up Clearshutter on Instagram. You won't be disappointed at her art. I can vouch for it. She is amazing. And I'm pretty sure if she partnered with Chad is probably amazing as well. Yeah. But this has been Life at 30, episode 4, running and owning your own business in your 30s.